So guys, first step in doing your service, you have to come underneath your car. Make sure you got trestles. You can put the trestles right where the V-arm is. You can see that side there, it's a bit dark, but I got trestles both sides on. And now I can work under my car in peace without having to worry about this car falling on me. So first thing I want to do is, for the service, I want to loosen this bolt here. It's a 19mm spanner. You can see because of driving so low, you can see how damaged my bolt is. So I got a new bolt that I'm gonna put in there, but then I just want to quickly loosen this bolt here. And then make sure you got like a 5-liter container. As you can see here at the bottom, I've got a 5-liter ice cream container here. You can cut up a 5-liter oil container if you need to, but yeah, this is what I got and I'm gonna use it quickly. So basically, and what I did is I actually put engine flush in my engine before I am gonna drain the oil, because that's gonna clean my engine nicely. Yeah, just make sure oil more what you call this, thin. Sorry, I'm trying to loosen here, talk, videotape all at the same time, so I kind of sometimes lose my words. But yeah, what I was trying to say is, it makes your oil thin and cleans your engine nice. So I'm gonna just loosen this and let this oil run into this container here at the bottom, and then I'm good to go. I'm gonna leave it for a while to run completely out before I can actually start putting the other bolt in and tightening here and putting the oil in. So this is the first step when you're doing your service. First you need to loosen this and make sure that you have your container ready, otherwise you're gonna mess the whole place full of oil. So have your container ready, and then you know when this bolt pops out here, it pops out and into the container, and the oil into the container, and you're good. The socket would have worked nicely here. If you have a 19 socket, you can use it. I just kind of grabbed the first thing I got. As you can see, my oil is running in my container. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've got my full service kit here. For this service kit I paid $5.50 and it covered my whole service kit. So the service kit includes my oil. I've got your 20W50, which is actually a engine product. As you can see, I was told that this oil is good, so I'm going to be trying it out. Then we got our 4 spark plugs, NGK spark plugs. And then we got our air filter, we've got our oil filter here, GUT filter, good brand. Yeah, so we got that, got our oil filter, and then we got our petrol filter, which is this here. Right, so to do your service, this is what you're going to be needing. And then once you've got your service kit, then you can do your service. I'm gonna quickly change my spark plugs, which is these for here. All you're gonna need is a plug spanner, and we're gonna remove these four plugs here, bogie cables. We're gonna remove those ones, and we're just gonna replace all four plugs. So guys, as you could see in my time lapse, I was taking out one bogie cable, and I remove one plug and put one plug in, and I put this bogie cable back in, because you don't want to mess up with your firing order here on your distributor. So the best thing, don't complicate your life, don't take out all these cables at the same time, and then you don't know which cable goes where, because there's a firing order that goes in there. If you don't know the firing order, you could then not put them in the right way, and then your car will misfire. So the best thing to do is just remove one, take one spark plug out, put that spark plug new one in, and you put us back in. Remove this one, same, take us out, new spark plug in, put it back in, so that you know your firing order is running smoothly. I just got this last one here to do, and then I'm done with the spark plugs. Let me go to the next thing. Just one last thing to note on your spark plugs is your distance between your spark. Right there, you can see the old spark plug where my distance is a bit more open, and if you look at that one there, it's a bit close. So sometimes you would buy a spark plug that the gap is big here, and then all that you do is you look at your other new spark plugs, and then you just heat this a little bit down to a point where it's like this. I know sometimes the spark plugs fall, or they just never manufactured it right, then you find there's a gap there, and then that spark plug don't get proper fire. So just check that before you put your spark plug in. But you can see the difference here, how the old one is open and the new one is a bit close. Yeah. Second thing we're gonna be doing is our air filter. So the air filter, you just unplug these things here. Once that is unplugged, the air filter sits on the inside there. Just move that to one side, and it's really simple. Move that out, and we're gonna put a new air filter in. Okay, so yeah, and once that's in there, then you just fill up your cover here. Put that fast there, and that fast, right? I've got another clip here, but this clip of mine is not actually working, so yeah. But if you got your clips, you just unclip it and you clip your new air filter in, right? So then that would be your air filter. The next thing we're going for now is your petrol filter. Petrol filter, you will see you can use water pump pliers, and you remove this here as well as at the bottom there, if you guys can see. Yeah. You guys can see that there. At the bottom there is also another clip, same as this one here. So we are gonna unclip that, unclip this. Here's a 10mm bolt and nut bracket here that you just need to loosen so you could get this whole filter out. I'm gonna put you guys on a time lapse. Quickly gonna actually unbolt that and unclip those two there, and then I put the new air filter in. So guys, our second task is done. So we put in actually the third thing that I'm doing here. So I first put in the plugs, I put in the air filter, now I put in the petrol filter. Petrol filter is nice, secured, and these clamps are good. So what I'm just gonna do is to test if your petrol is leaking. You can just put your ignition on, and then you'll see if the petrol is leaking anyway, just to make sure. And then you know you're done with this. So the last thing we are gonna be doing is removing our oil filter. Show you guys in a minute how to do that. So I'm laying here under the car. It's trying to close on this thing. So, nice. And there I got it loose. So guys, usually here's it loose. I loosened with my hand. Sometimes you find that this thing is super tight, and all I do is I hit a screwdriver in here and I turn him with a screwdriver. But in this case now, you can see it's got little threads on the side here, because there is a spanner that you can use to loosen your oil filter, but unfortunately I don't have that spanner, so I have to use my hand, or I would have used a screwdriver if it was really that hard. But this is nice. As you guys can see, oil filter is out. Now I'm gonna install the new oil filter. Alright guys, so I have just tightened this oil filter here. I'm tightening it with my hand. Just needs to be hand tight, doesn't need to be that tight. And I also just put a little bit of oil inside the oil filter before I put it in. Just feel that they had to be a little bit lubricated, but it's not really necessary. But yeah, I just put a little oil in and then I fasten him like this here. So the oil filter is done. So guys, I'm done throwing the oil in. Right, so my oil is thrown in. So now my service is now officially done. So guys, I hope this video was helpful in some way. Service is quite simple. So the first thing we done, drain your oil. Point number one. Make sure you got thresholds under your car. When you go under your car, don't take a risk to work without thresholds. Point number two is you start with your spark plugs. You can do your air filter, you can do your petrol filter after that, and then you can do your oil filter. Throw a little bit of oil in your oil filter. It's just a good practice just to have a little bit of oil in the oil filter. And then lastly, you are gonna fill up with oil. So the next thing that I'm gonna be doing on the car is the cleaning. I'm gonna be cleaning the whole engine, cleaning my engine bay. As you can see, this engine bay is dirty like I don't know what. And then also I'm gonna be doing the timing belt as well as the fan belt on the car. So that will then complete a major service. This that we've done in this here is a minor service, and then if you do your cam belt and your fan belt, then you basically done a major service. In a major service, you could also loosen your sump, clean your sump out, make sure there's no slush of oil, make sure there's no particles in your sump, to really complete it and make sure your engine has got pure clean oil, and then you should be good to go. Maintenance on this car is key. On a Golf, I've got 250 on the clock, so I need to actually service the car every 10,000 kilometers. Some guys service their cars every 5,000 kilometers, because once you reach over 300 on your clock, then yeah, I would also then start servicing every 5,000 kilometers. But it is actually safe to say that you should actually do your service every 15,000 kilometers. But me personally, I do my service every 10,000 kilometers, and then once I get over 300,000 on my clock, then I'm actually gonna do my service every 5,000, just to make sure that my engine is kept fresh. Once my engine is clean, you guys will see how the engine looks. I'm gonna do a video of how to clean your engine bay, and yeah, then all should be 100%. Yeah, hope you guys found this informative. Stay tuned for my next videos that will be coming up. It's cleaning the engine bay, it's doing your cam belt, it's changing my radiator. This is not the original radiator of my car. I need to change that, change the radiator. There's really a lot of content that I still got in mind. I need to show you guys how to make your own short shifter. I need to show you guys how to do your links, and the list goes on.